'Tis the season to be jolly, ta-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Hey guys, it's Rick around 4 here, Rico for short, and today I have another League of Legends match for you. This one featuring Malphite. I'm sorry for that poor introduction, but you know, it is Christmas after all in a few days, actually. It is currently, right now for me, the...
30 seconds until minions spawn.
you know what? I have no idea. Let me think about it. 25, 4, 3, 18th or 19th, I have absolutely no idea. I really can't remember. But anyway, yeah, Christmas this weekend. I hope you guys are getting all your presents and that good stuff. And yeah, right. So this match, I'm going to be playing Malphite. This is my second time playing Malphite, and I actually will be jungling with him. I was inspired to do this when I saw a guy called Stonewall008 on YouTube showing him in a team battle, and I am going to start at Wars, but unfortunately my friend This Is Bob, who is playing Shaco, did place a box when I told him not to, and unfortunately it did steal one of the creeps, and I am down one creep and some XP. But I am going to get level 2 of these elf blue, and he has actually given me 2 boxes to help me take that down. Right, so the rest of my team, we do have an Ari mid, and on bot we have a Siva Volibear, and Shaco will be 1v2ing top, which is unfortunate, but they didn't have a jungler. So the enemy, they have an Ari, Yorick, Anivia, Kog'Maw, and Soraka, and top will be Soraka, Yorick. That's going to be a pain in the butt for Shaco. I just want to quickly point out, this is because Yorick, he'll be able to use his gold spam, and Soraka will just give him back mana, and that's just going to make it basically harass heaven for Shaco. So mid, we are going to have Ari vs Ari, and on bot we are going to have Siva Volibear vs Anivia and Kog'Maw. Really, I would have put Anivia mid and Ari bot with Kog'Maw, but you know, that's just the way it is. So for this game, I am running full defense masteries. I am going 0-21-9. I believe, so picking up all the good stuff in defensive tree, you know, like extra armor and all that crap, and extra whatever you would get for utility. Actually, from utility tree, I believe I had the experience masteries. That is why I am actually going to be able to keep up, even though that This Is Bob did take one of those small wolves. But because of that slight little hiccup, I am still going to be able to continue. Right, so Jungle Malphite actually apparently considered a really strong jungler right now in the current meta. If you look at the... actually, I have a list somewhere. I'll let it appear right now on the screen. Shoom! And basically what it is it shows all the tiers for the different champions, and basically all the jungling tiers. So you have God tier, which is basically all the extreme champions right now that are going extremely good. This contains people like Lee Sin and some other people. And let's see, there's also, there's tier 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One's like the really good people but not godly, and then there's the number 5 that apparently sometimes don't die. For example, like Ari. Ari actually I've jungled with and isn't that bad, but I wouldn't actually play her as a jungler. Right, so I'm just going to be putting a little bit of harass on mid here, trying to help out our mid. And they both do have the Midnight Ari skin, which unfortunately I didn't have enough money for. And meanwhile, while that was happening, I was going to go steal their blue as mine had run out, and then go maybe gank bot. But they are a bit too pushed. Right, so Malphite, he actually is a great jungler. He has a fairly good jungling speed. normally right now in the current meta, junglers that have good AoE spells on short cooldowns normally will dominate. So things like Malphite, really good. I think he is tier 1 or 2. And Siva, meanwhile, was actually able to get first blood on Anivia. They probably egged her earlier and were just able to take her down. And now Kog'Maw pretty low. I did want them to stop him being, but they didn't actually pay any attention, and when I came in, it was already too late. He had already recalled. Right, so things like also Skarner, his Q, his slam thingy on the ground, Crescent Slash I think it is, it's on a really short cooldown and even shorter every time he basic attacks, and it deals a fair amount of damage. So, you know, things like that are able to have a quick jungling speed and are able to gank also pretty well. But what makes Malphite gank so good is his ultimate, which I'll get to in a second. But basically it's good to get blue for your jungling path like most junglers, but it really actually does help out Malphite. He can run out of mana really quickly. So I'll just go through his abilities really quickly. His his passive is Granite Shield. Each time Malphite doesn't take damage for 10 seconds, he summons a shield of rock that absorbs damage equal to 10% of his maximum health. The way you would build Malphite is tank all the way. Say Stonewall does is tanky DPS. I'm not sure what I built for him this match. I think this wasn't a long match. It was a pretty short match, but I think I just built him tank. Right, so there we go. I am level 6 now. I do have my ultimate. So his passive, really good for jungling, for instance. Like you can have that extra shield, and then when you go, say, get blue or something, then it works out really well. Right, so I'm going to go in here, and he uses my ultimate, going to slam the ground, and there's Anivia really low, and she is slowed by me, but she is going to do something, stun me, and Siva's going to be able to get the kill with me able to slam the ground with enough damage. Unfortunately, she is going to get taunted by Ahri, and unfortunately get blown up by Kog'Maw. I'm going after Kog'Maw, but it's a bit of a bad choice. I should just try and get out of here, and I am going to be able to flash away just as Kog'Maw goes after me. I am really low, and unfortunately, Ahri is going to be able to finish me off. Unfortunately, mid didn't actually call MIA, so we didn't know that Ahri was going to be here. If we had noticed she was away, we probably would have been able to realize it and get out quickly. But unfortunately, that's what happened, and meanwhile, Kog'Maw's going to be able to put a bit of pressure on, but not as much, as Siva is going to teleport back into the lane. Right, so... Oh, and Shaco, or this is Bob saying oil leak, because on YouTube he was actually screaming, Ahri, the racing car, and it was really annoying. And he was saying that Ahri had an oil leak. But get it? Ahri, racing car, oil leak, yeah, you get it. Anyway, so his Q is Seismic Shard. It deals magic damage and steals a percentage of their movement speed from the target for a few seconds. You can max this up first if you say leaning, and what it does is it allows you to give great harass because it's on a fairly short cooldown, but it is fairly mana consumptive. And see, I haven't actually taken down any health right now. Well, now I have. Meanwhile, Ahri was able to get a kill on the enemy Ahri. I believe she did tower dive her, but was able to get the charm off. Right, so his W is Brutal Strikes. Actually, with Seismic Shard, I do like to max this up last, because I do now tend to jungle with Malphite. Right, so his W is Brutal Strikes. It gives a passive, massive basic attacks, hit units near his target for a percentage of his attack damage. And his active, Malphite gains armor and attack damage by a percentage for a few seconds. So it's not actually... And we were able to kill off Soraka, and we were going to tower dive, but it was just not enough. And he also did pop his ultimate, and that was a little bit confusing, but now it has died off. Right, so we were going to go back in here after him. I am going to Seismic Shard to stop him recalling. Use my Slam, use my W, and Shaco's going to be able to get the kill. But I am really low here, 70 HP, and it looks like I'll be able to get out just fine. Unless someone comes to kill me. And here comes a teleport, and look at it, it's Soraka. She is going to go after me. But Shaco going to stop his recall, pop a box. We are just going to absolutely rape her health, if I can say that. And Shaco's going to be able to get the kill on her and actually get a killing spree.
An ally has been slain.
Right, so Malphite's W, Brutal Strikes, actually its active is actually a percentage base, so it's great to build things such as lots of armor and attack damage, if you actually want to build attack damage, if you are tanky DPS, and what that allows you is to have a massive amount of increased armor and attack damage using that active. Right, so his E is Ground Slam, and as you can see I am maxing it up first, as I do have 4 points in it at level 8. Malphite slams the ground, dealing magic damage to surrounding enemies, reducing their attack speed by a percentage for a few seconds. This ability gains damage equal to 50% of armor, and that is, I believe, your own armor. As you can see, it is in yellow, plus 46, that is his armor, and as you can see I do have 92 armor, so half of that is 46. Right, so his ult, this also would work against people such as Cogmore, and, well, that's actually basically all on this team that I would say, because it does slow their attack speed, and Cogmore attack speed is basically what makes Cogmore. Right, so his ultimate is Unstoppable Force. Malphite charges towards the target area, dealing magic damage and knocking enemies into the air for 1.5 seconds. I do not think this changes as you go on, but I'm not too sure. Anyway, we are going to have a 4-man gank here. I am going to all hit both everybody, well, which is actually just Cogmore and Anivia. Meanwhile, Civ is going to be able to get a double kill on both Cogmore and Anivia, but unfortunately, Volibear is going to die to Cogmore, and that wasn't actually the passive that killed him. I'm not sure if I've actually said this before, but when I was playing Shaco, I did have my ultimate out fighting against a Cogmore. I was able to kill him, and then Cogmore's passive going after me, and then my ultimate exploded and actually was right next to Cogmore's passive and was actually able to give me a double kill. It was just a glitch, and they did fix it up, but it was pretty funny at the moment, at that time. Right, so I am going to be able to push this turret down really easily. It is pretty low. And yep, there's the final slap. Right, so I took Flash, Smite, Flash, Simple. It's actually a shorter range, as you can see, but it also, for Malphite, it does put you in better positioning for your ultimate. And here I do make this mistake of going after Cogmore, and I am just going to try and get out of here. I am getting quite low now, 500 HP. I have slowed Cogmore and stolen his movement speed. I am going to be able to flash away, and 400 HP, and I am going to be able to get away safely. Right, I should point out actually, I do have Ninja Tabby. I did notice that I did want to get more armor, and while I did want to relish in the fact that I still have dodge chance, because they are going to be able to get getting rid of that. And it was pretty good against, say, Yorick and Cogmore. And here we are. I'm going to go after this Anivia. She has got me really low, but her abilities are on cooldown, and I'm going to be able to slam the ground just enough time, just in time, and going to be able to get the kill and get out reasonably safely on 200 HP. Meanwhile, Volibear and Ahri able to get a kill on the enemy Ahri. Right, so I do also have a Philosopher's Stone and Heart of Gold. Simple, gold for 5s. What would you do without them? Great items on him. You can also build the Philosopher's Stone into absolutely, I have no idea. You can just sell it if you want. But the Heart of Gold, I believe I would build into a Randuin's Omen, but I don't think I actually get that this game. As you can see, it does give a fair amount of armor and health. And it also does have that passive that slows movement speed and attack speed, so that is going to help out a fair amount. Meanwhile, Siva and Shaco here trying to take down this turret, and I was going to come up here for a try and maybe tower dive, but it was probably going to be useless. And yet, there's that Q doing 40 damage like a boss. Absolutely useless crap. As it is level 1 and he is fairly tanky, not much, 63 magic resist. Anyway, here comes Ari now, and this is going to now be a 3v3. Oh, meanwhile, Ari able to get a kill on Cogmore and going to be able to get out of that Cogmore passive. Meanwhile, Ari coming around, and we are going to be able to go maybe after Yorick. He is pretty low, and we are going to go after now Ari, focusing Ari. And then I'm going to use my slam. I am getting pretty low now, and there's a Shaco clone going after Ari really low. If only it could explode, but it looks like it's not going to. I am going to get charmed here, get slowed, and really low, 7 HP, 10 HP, and unfortunately die to Yorick's clone. Not clone, whatever it is. Meanwhile, Shaco able to get a kill on Soraka, giving me an assist. Right now, I am 127, so not going too good, but, you know, if those assists were kills, then I wouldn't be saying that. And that's actually what's happening in today's society. Like, if you have 3 deaths, no kills, and 18 assists, or, no, 5 deaths, 18 assists and no kills, then you would be considered feeding. But if you had those assists as kills, then you would be 18-5 and you wouldn't be considered feeding. So it's really messed up how people think of your score like that. But that's just my opinion, and I really think that people should think of that more.
An ally has been slain.
Meanwhile, unfortunately, Siva did die to Anivia, and unfortunately Anivia does have blue for some reason. I think because she killed me. No, I think Yorick killed me. Oh, I have absolutely no idea. Right, so I was going to go top now as Cogmore and Sona going to try, Soraka, we're going to try and push down this turret. I do have my ultimate if necessary, but it doesn't really look like I'm going to need it. Right, so Cogmore and Soraka are getting me pretty low, but it's not going to matter too much as I am fairly tanky. I do also have a Giant's Belt, Regrowth Pendant, and Ruby Crystal. This was to build into a Warmogs first. I did want the extra health, and it was going to help me greatly against this team, as there was both mixed magic and physical damage. The Yorick and Cogmore both deal physical, mixture of physical and magic. Meanwhile, I am going to go top, and we are going to engage on Soraka, and Shaco is going to be able to get the kill and actually become unstoppable. And his score is 501. So that's going to help us greatly. Fed Shaco actually is pretty dangerous, whether you think it or not. I actually haven't been playing Shaco recently. He is my favorite champion and all that, but I just haven't really been playing him, and I've sort of fallen out with him. But I will actually try and pick up playing him again in the near future. Right, so Shaco going to use his ultimate and going to send it after Cogmore, and we are going to engage after him. I did use my slam for some random reason. Here comes the Soraka ultimate, and he is feared. I am going to be able to get out of turret range, and then I am going to use my slow, use my E, but it doesn't matter because Shaco has already taken him down. Meanwhile, here comes Soraka and Ari. I am taunted. I am going to flash over towards the turret for some reason, and then run the opposite way for some reason. I don't know why, and unfortunately Soraka is going to be able to kill me using her Star Call. So, bad positioning right there, as I've been trying to work on, and I've said that before. But we were able to get the kill on Cogmore, and get some harass on the turret, and it is actually almost dead. Meanwhile, Siva and Volibear going to be taking down Dragon. Siva getting pretty low here, 300 HP, trying to stay above it, but it is getting really low, and we should be able to survive. 100 HP, 90, 70, and looks like she'll be able to survive with that lifesteal. Right, so as you can see, I have turned that those items into a Warmogs now, and I will, I think, be going for a Sunfire now. I am not too sure, but I think that was going to be my next item. Right, so Volibear getting chased here, but it doesn't look like it's going to is going to lead into anything. Actually, Cogmore getting caught here by Shaco and Volibear, and it doesn't really matter because, well, for us at least, because Shaco fed and it was able to actually absolutely just demolish his health. If you could see, the health bar just went zoot. So I was going to give blue to Shaco, but then I decided just to play a prank on him, and, you know, the joke's on you, but it's actually Shaco. Which is really weird because normally he would say that, but you know. Anyway, so we were going to try and go maybe after this Anivia. I was going round, but my screen is frozen right now. Okay, so Anivia going round, and now I was going to go round, but then I was confused, and yep, I am going to go over here. There's a ward placed right there. Some random reason I didn't do anything. And here comes Anivia, and I am going to ult, hit into Anivia, use my E, then my Q and all that crap, use my W, and really low, and I am going to be able to get the kill. And look at this, I am going to get caught here by Yorick, Cogmore and Soraka, and unfortunately I am going to die to Soraka's star call again, of course. I hate that thing. Radio, so I think also, yep, Ahri did die, the enemy Ahri, and Siva was able to actually just survive on fairly low HP. Meanwhile, all three of them, Yorick, Soraka, and Cogmore, going to push down this turret and probably be able to take it down. It isn't actually, it's not that high HP, and it's just going to be able to take him down easily. And that obviously was not me. It says I must wait before issuing pings. That wasn't me, obviously. Shh. Yep, so I do have the chain vest now, so I believe this was going to build into a Sunfire cape. Oh. Right, I do actually want to mention something right now. Oh, damn it. Bloody hell, I forgot what I was going to mention. Okay, never mind. If I think of it, then I'll tell you. Anyway, so Siva able to take down Yorick with Shaco and Ahri's help. Meanwhile, Ahri able to take down Soraka, and then Volibear able to go after Cogmore. I am going to ult after Anivia, and then Ahri going to be able to use her Q and take down Anivia. Right, so while those four were dead, we are going to be able to push down this turret. Meanwhile, the enemy Ahri is going to backdoor bot, so we were going to be able to send down nobody. We were just going to be able to use the opportunity that she wasn't actually helping out her team properly to push mid. All four of us now. Shaco actually going to go get red buff, and right now actually going to use his ultimate right here, because they are going to surrender now. That is going to be GG. I hope you guys enjoyed this game. Leave a like, favorite, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Leave a comment on who you would like me to say, me to play next. And yeah, thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey guys, it's RicoRan4 here, and if you are listening to this or watching the extremely random thing that's happening right now on the screen, then congratulations. You have actually, since you have watched this video to the end, you are now eligible to be in the running for my Christmas gift to one of you, which is going to be a $25 Riot Points gift card, or prepaid voucher. Right, so how do you win this, are you asking? Well, what I want you to do is like and favorite this video, subscribe to me, and then leave a comment below on a joke, a League of Legends joke, and I'll pick the best one out of all of them, and then that person who wins will be able to actually receive the Riot Points gift voucher. Thanks guys for watching, and have a Merry Christmas.